Oh, wow, we're live already.
Yeah.
You don't waste any time.
No, I didn't even put on a little countdown or nothing.
Nothing. We're just there.
We're just Andrew. Welcome to the story. How you been?
Hi, everybody.
Good. Yeah. I don't know if we have anybody yet, but
Oh, they'll come. Well, I don't ever wait. Well, I have the countdown, I guess. I don't usually wait though, because more people watch it on the replay than they do live anyway. So I'm like,
yeah. Well, that's my goal is for them to watch on the live and just share the replay.
All right. Well, then you wanna sing? You wanna dance? What do you want to do?
You missed all that. That's what brought me onto stage. No, I'm just kidding.
Put a little seltzer in your pants or something?
Yeah. And living downtown so I live downtown now, right?
Really? Where at?
Yeah. At the Hillcrest.
Okay, I know where that's at.
Right. I had to move abruptly because the owner of my house wanted to remodel it and sell it.
Oh.
I was devastated.
I thought there was something legal going on. I had to get out of Dodge.
I tried everything I could to buy it.
Really?
Yeah. So I had to move quickly and find a place that would let me have a dog.
Hillcrest is nice. No?
It's like a 7 out of 10.
Is it?
6.5 maybe. Okay, let me get to... How do I read the comments on here again?
Just go to the Lindsay Michelle says hello.
Hi, Lindsay. Oh,
you haven't done this in a while, have you?
No, I haven't. But you know what? It's just like riding a bike.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So how have you been? What's been up with you?
Busy, man. Just food trucking. The food truck life. This week's been a little slow, so I've been doing a lot. Actually, the last 2 weeks have been slow because of the weather. So I've been doing a lot of podcasting, but
okay.
Other than that, it's just been food truck.
Okay. Why is podcasting? I think it's the opposite. Like I think radio and broadcasting should be your primary, and the food stuff just kind of be the hobby. Because you're so good at it.
Makes so much money the other way, though.
No, I get it.
It's so much money. People like our food, and there you go.
Yeah, I have had your food quite a bit.
Oh yeah, you have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, everybody, welcome. Me and Andrew are just kind of impromptu, getting the unction to function to kind of come on here today. So, are we even calling this anything today?
Are you gonna just like have people pop on, do some readings, or what are you gonna do?
Well, I was just kind of open to I don't know, Andrew. We almost did this at 1 p.m.
I know. Did you see Heather Founts says hi?
Oh, hi, Heather.
Are you seeing the comments now or no?
Yeah, but
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
so Lindsay's there, and then I don't know. You say, look, you wanted me to jump on. I'm your guest.
So that's correct. First of all, Andrew, and here's the funny thing about you, buddy, is you sit here and on the record claim that you are the guest, but who reached out to who initially, and how many times?
But in the end,
you reached out to me.
Hold on, Kimosabe. But in the end, then you said, "Oh, well, you're going to jump on my feed." I'm like,
well, right. I was like, well, let me use my stream.
Yes, I said, so I'm the guest. You said, "Yep." I'm like, all right, well, I'm just along for the ride. So
okay,
you got the phones and you know how to do all this cool stuff, and I'm waiting to see the magic. How's it work?
Did you know how to do any of this, or would you had to have had a producer?
No, I could have done it.
Could you?
I could have definitely done it. Yeah. But like, I don't know. So the phone pops on, or you give the phone number, or what are you doing?
So I am just kind of waiting to see how many people are going to join.
Uh-huh.
As always, like we do on my how we've done in my previous lives, you can always state your question in the comment section. If it's anything about you yourself personally, I just ask that you put your date of birth. If it's about you and a spouse, you in a relationship, date of birth, or if it's somebody that you're trying to connect with who had passed away, just let me know who that is, and just their name is the best thing possible. So, Tina, when can we schedule readings again? Yes. So, people, I apologize. I had to actually shut down my booking site for a little bit.
What?
I got overwhelmed. I had to stop. I It just was overwhelming for
So
me. And
what's going on with you? See, you asked me what's going on with me. So what you obviously you got some things going on,
well,
obviously.
I got sick with COVID for a little bit,
Oh, okay.
and that definitely set me back.
Uh-huh.
And then there's just like so many things that I'm trying to do and I'm trying to like take to the next level. And a lot of it just feels like things that are just like a long time coming.
Uh-huh.
But it's also like making me focus tremendously on like I have to change who I am completely as a human being in order to like
What?
sustain some of this that I'm
Wait a
trying
minute.
to
Okay.
like.
Okay, first off, you got to get right up on the mic like it's a guy that you really like. Okay, you have to get right up on the mic.
Hmm,
Okay,
okay.
there you go. Number two, what do you mean? What do you have to change everything about you? Like I don't understand. You see the problem is you're cryptic.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here's the thing, Andrew.
Everything's
So
on your show, you need details.
some of us who are on a spiritual path will understand this. And if you do, please comment and let him know that I'm not the crazy one. Okay. So some of us that really embark and take seriously this deep spiritual path, this journey that we eat, wake up and breathe and sleep and live for, we go through periods and we go through spouts to where we just recognize so deeply that it's time for me to retreat, sit on the sidelines, and do some inner body work to such a depth that you have to kind of forfeit and put everything else around you on hold. Me personally, what I went through, and a lot of people might have as well on a surface level, but I had to go down deep and re-examine my entire belief system, even if that's about because I found myself for a long time getting to a place of like where I want to be, and then I just kind of falter and I kind of go back down again. And it's kind of been like that for quite some time. And it has a lot to do with my relationship with money. It has a lot to do with my relationship with success. That once I get to a place of success, I don't feel like I belong. And I retreat back down into a paradigm of belief system that
So
will operate with.
you feel like you not deserve it, and then you self sabotage.
It's not so much deserve it. So I learned recently a lot of it came from past lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
So my past lifetime, Andrew, which we need to do this live on you, that'd be hilarious. Or it would be whatever it would be, but I think you'd be a great candidate.
Okay.
But coming from my past lifetime, I had to sacrifice who I was and what I wanted in a love relationship, and I had to suppress my gifts and my abilities in order to have that. So I couldn't have both. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
in order for me to maintain house and family and love and relation and all of that stuff that we all, it's so simple and we all crave and we all thrive. It's what gets you to clock in and go to the food truck every day. Do you know what I mean? For your family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was protecting and you know brittly just letting go of the innate part of me that is the change maker. Do you know what I mean? The one that is kind of here to not sit on the sideline and I kind of put you into this category as well too, Andrew. Like no matter what you go through, no matter what I go through, I ain't sitting on the sidelines. I'm here to play the game.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And I may have pulled a hamstring and I'm going to be out for a little bit, but that's okay. It's just a part of the process.
Oh,
I
that part I understand. Like you that part you broke down to me very. But sometimes you talk in riddles a little bit. So I don't totally understand. Like I want details. Like, all right,
that's
shit
I
happened. I broke up with someone and shit fucked me up. And so I said, well, just a little more. It's just, it's very,
no,
earthy,
Andrew. Just to
very
give
earthy.
you a little, give them more clarity. I had to dive into deep water because we ain't doing shallow business. You feel me? I love when people say that I talk like that because I really don't mean to.
Right.
I think it's
It was
more
spiritually,
closely related to like speaking in parables, I guess.
yeah, that I agree. And I also believe that, you're just on a different level spiritually. And sometimes you have to talk to us common folk. Like,
I don't know if it's being on a different level spiritually. I think that I just, have become in a place of awareness that, I don't give anything but my own accountability to any choices that are made in my life. There's choices to be chosen and there's things to be agreed upon. That is my business and my business alone. Now, if I'm not aware of what I'm choosing, or if there's unconscious things that I'm still holding on to or choosing to abide in a life and a reality based upon those rules, um, I'm not really. It doesn't the best. It doesn't really go against you until your awareness of it then becomes your responsibility to it. And that was just one of those things. I kind of like when for you, for example, I would say when you got into a place or space when you realized that not only was your own um, security jeopardized, but you also jeopardized security of some people around you. And it didn't. And I think, am I right? I don't want to put your business out there or anything, you know.
Yeah, you got to be more specific. I don't know.
Okay, so for me as a selfish person and an only child, okay, remember this flashback, only child, right? You're the only child, correct? You can't tell me no, you can't tell you no, right?
Right.
Until I've gone too far.
Okay.
Until someone gets hurt, something gets broke, I'm in jail. You know what I mean? Like there could be a numerous amount of things that
Mm-hmm.
I just did not know I took too far until it just buckles or sabotages among itself. Is that making
Hmm.
sense? I swear to you,
No.
I'm not high today. I am
No.
dry as a
Well, I
drought
mean,
right now.
you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm very nuts and bolts, very practical. Like
Mm.
Lindsay Michelle's like, yes, I get it. So maybe it's just I'm on it. Like
So
more
you're
nuts and bolts. Gotta
there's
you
no
gotta you
difference.
gotta, you gotta put it directly in front of me for me to understand it.
Right. So there's no difference between me and you. I mean, the I think some of the greatest leaders in this world, the greatest movements, all started by imagining what could be. I
Mhm.
think the difference is that you sit down, you're like, okay, what do I want to do? Oh, have a food truck. All right, what do I need? A truck. Then what? Food. People, this, and you like sit at your dining room table and you put it together. Do you see what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
I come from a space of, oh, okay, there's a feeling of lack or need within me. We need to search and figure out where that's coming from, because I come into my job and I do the work that I do, and it's not my doing. Do you understand? So like I'm just the guy that shows up. I sit in the chair, they talk, they
Mhm.
do the work, they do the healing, they do the connecting. My job is just to remain, and to deliver in a not hi kids, how they doing? How's the kids doing?
Mhm. These are good.
Good.
um,
So it's different because if there's something that I have to take a lot of time for me to make sure that it feels authentically true to me and who I am, as well as I'm not here to fulfill my own desires either. I'm here for, again, to play the game, to do what not everybody is meant to do. Does that make sense?
not one bit.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to read a couple books.
I
Uh,
guess so, man.
read a couple books. I tell you what.
In fairness, I can't I can name on one hand how many books I've read cover to cover in my entire life.
Okay, so a part of my projects that I'm doing is putting together an audiobook. See,
Mhm,
so just sitting back and taking time, I had to figure out what that looked like and how that was
mhm,
going to be put together.
mhm.
Who you want to just bring whoever's on your phone onto the show? Is it important right now?
My phone?
Yeah. What do
I'm trying to share the thing onto my page and it won't let me.
you?
It won't let me share the feed onto my page. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's weird. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's all right. Your people are gonna be like, "What the hell is he doing on?"
I, I know that's why I could do it onto my personal, but I tried to share it to the Andrews in the morning page and it won't let me.
And
Anyway,
I am having trouble just getting to the comments. Oh,
you are?
not anymore. Hi, Renee. Hi, Laura,
There you go.
Laverne,
Wait,
Marie.
now I don't see any of those.
Woo. Okay, shift it, shift
I
it,
don't know
shift
where I
it.
don't know where you're seeing those, but okay.
If you go to any of the videos on the Facebook page, all the comments are there.
Look,
Hi,
see,
Renee. Hi, Stacy, Brian.
it's weird because the program we use, it's supposed to compile them all
Yeah,
in one spot.
Andrew, I've been telling you back in October, it don't do that.
Hmm.
It
All right.
doesn't. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm a little aggressive. I've been working on that.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, so I want to go to Laura Ann Huff. She says her
You're
birthday
feeling it?
is
Okay.
7/29/73. Beautiful. You actually have a very beautiful, strong, bona fide type of birthday. Leadership. Your strongest quality and most fulfilled role is any that is in leadership. Two, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Leadership. Okay, but apparently, and please comment in and let me know if I'm right or wrong on this. So you are all about you are coming in, you are taking charge. If somebody has an issue or there's a problem that needs to be solved, you are the one. I want you by my side. I want you close, okay? Because you very seldom make mistakes. So you just have that kind of mind, and you know when to go, and you know when to hold on. You know when it's somebody else's life lesson they need to learn, and when you just need to come in and help pick up the pieces. There's a beauty to that in you, and it's a part of your nature. There's something though really wrong, and it's kind of been going on since last summer, and it's having to do with the people closest to you and the ones that are the ones that are the most around you. So this is where it's completely challenging every bit of this confidence that you've never had to question, just because you've always found yourself so complete in that place of leadership. Nobody's ever questioned you. Nobody's ever stood up and defied you, challenged you, or nothing. It's just been this divine, you know, orchestrated moment you just get to walk into. And that kind of, I think, is what has been. There's a distortion within, and a lot of it is having to do with family, the people around you, the image in which you fell in love with, and the possibility of what could be are now at a distortion. Okay, so there are, so Andrew, when things like this go on, that kind of creeps into our emotional body and mental body, spiritual body,
Mhm.
and it actually can have a huge impact on the way we act and the way that we react to things. Um, so ultimately, we are just a world and a nation that is just um, we are going through a, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Did she even validate anything or anything? Okay.
See, I don't see these comments. So, is there any way to pull them into the stream, or like you said, you had a phone? It would be if there was a dialogue. I think it would make it more interesting for people.
Um, yeah, Andrew, we have all that, buddy.
Okay.
I just, it's okay. People are patient. They're so patient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Sent me last night. Okay, so that was, who did I read? Laura. So if Laura can just kind of message it and let me know if that was on or that was off. Stacy, love you, John Turski. You are just an inspiration. Love your auras. You make me happy seeing how far you've come and how inspiring you are. Thank you, Stacy. That's very nice. Rebecca, hi, Rebecca. Hi, Gigi. Diana. Hi, Diana. Always on my heart. Joe as well. Kelly Sporlander, miss you too. Renee said, read what you sent me last night. Let me get back to that, maybe. I sent Renee what I like to call my holy notes. Not too many people get to look at that. And so you're not even looking at comments or anything, because that box that we're looking at is like, it
Find
posts
it.
like one comment every 8 minutes.
Oh, so is it just behind? Like, are they eventually showing up?
No, they never show up. You have to like go to wherever you posted
So
the video
that's what I
at.
was looking.
So
Yeah.
like Facebook, yeah, and then like make the video bigger, mute it, and then you'll see all the comments streaming in. Um, Laura said, "Yep, you got it." Okay, Christina Bonilla. Christina, she said that she would like to connect with her grandmother. And also, please let me know if this is right or wrong, okay? I feel like, I don't know why I always feel like I have hair clips in my hair, okay? I feel like my hair was tight, it was up, it was clipped. I just very put together. Okay, I left this world kicking and screaming. Okay, like I defied the odds, I defied the medical science, I defied the world. You know, when it was my time to go, it was because I chose. It was my time to go. This is the kind of woman that she is. Okay, she's just very sprightly. Okay, I think it was very difficult. Hold on, let me write down before I get into this. Who did I say I was reading for? I apologize. I apologize. Um, Christina. Okay. Um, thank you. So I think it was very difficult seeing her at the end stages of her life because she was so sad and so weak and also very angry. You know, there's so much of it going around, but it's making it difficult to kind of discern what's what. It gives me the feeling of COVID, but I can't say that she was diagnosed with COVID because I'm just not getting that. But the same situation as far as isolation, or I was, extended stay in a hospital somewhere. I don't know what that is. I was just long term in a state of mind or a state of body that I was unrecognizable, and it was very difficult to be in the presence of. So if you're ever, feeling guilt or feeling like shoulda, coulda, woulda, Christina, as far as like your absence with your grandmother prior to her passing, forget about it. Okay, she forget about it. All right, that wasn't. She doesn't want that image stamped on your head. Okay, just before I go any further, I just want to be sure. So, Christina, if that is accurate. Oh, she said absolutely. Oh my God. Oh, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what else is coming up either. Okay, so there's two things that she wants to mention. One is we're approaching something that is worth here to celebrate. So it's like birthday, anniversary. There's something significant that we're just approaching. Okay, I also feel like I want to acknowledge one of my grandchildren. Okay, and I'm acknowledging trucks. I'm acknowledging garbage trucks. Like kids get to boys especially. Where they like the big I can't even think of the name because I didn't have any growing up. Not big wheels, but um,
Colleen said clearly.
I heard what Colleen said. Okay.
Barbie dream house did you have though?
Did you have a Barbie dream house?
Oh, I had everything I needed and wanted. So trust, I was okay. All right. I probably didn't like the trucks because it wasn't moving real dirt and doing the real thing, so I was not interested. Side note, though, you want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
Well, I'm going to the next. When I was a child at Lucas County Fair, I was so fascinated with buttons. I turned on a carnival ride in the middle of them unloading the children, and it started spinning everywhere, and it was pure
Really?
chaos. Yeah. Colleen,
Yes.
do you want to be the co-host next week?
No, I actually want a session with you though.
Okay,
Sure.
when are we going to get Andrew a session?
I don't know, but I have to send you a video because it was crazy. So,
Okay.
like, I literally felt my brother for.
What you get on the microphone? What are you doing right now?
We can hear her clearly. This is your wife we're speaking about.
Very true. These headphones are not on.
She understands how this works.
Okay, so
Andrew's talking about being a professional.
Right. So it was like last weekish, and my brother started bothering me the night before. It was Super Bowl.
Okay.
And he started bothering me like the night before, and I was like, kind of like, all right, whatever. Like I can feel his presence. And
what's your brother's name?
Danny.
Gotcha.
And he was like, I have two deceased brothers, but he was not the one that I was the closest to.
Sure. Was he the one that kind of like stayed in his room, did his own thing, only kind of came out like
pretty much?
Like didn't really like
wasn't too much. Hold on. Did she tell you that, or is that what you're getting right now?
That's what I'm asking to validate. So when I'm tuning in, that's what I'm getting. So if she can validate that, then I have who.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. He struggled a lot with
Hold Hold on. Always sounds better coming out of my mouth. Um,
Yeah, heard
and
that
it makes for better marketing. Because to be fair and to let the audience know, me and you do know each other, but I wouldn't necessarily say. I mean, we know each other like a 3 out of a 10 of what we could know.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we
Okay.
both know, like
I don't even really know which children are yours in the household.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
A lot of people don't.
So just for everybody to be clear, okay, because I just want to maintain a standard of honesty and authenticity. So yes, your brother definitely comes in, and your brother comes in because his personality was that he hid in the corner and he played on the sidelines. But when action and change needed to come into place, your brother was front and center. Okay, so I feel like I could rely on him to do things that were like he was the only one in the family that had the adult ability to do these things. Do you see what I mean? So he was like all of this caveman, but he was the only one that had a savings account and had budgeted in the way that he did. He was the only one that could swoop in and save me in the way because he had the resources that I needed.
You gotta talk. You gotta talk. That's where this comes in.
Sorry.
Here.
He
just validate him.
Yeah,
he's right on. He's dead on.
Okay. He is. So long story short was I could feel his presence last, a week or so ago. Pretty strong. I ignored it. Finally, I took a video, the paranormal video on TikTok.
Okay.
And damn near shit myself when my whole entire seat lit up next to me.
Okay.
And I proceeded to call my sister and was like, dude, you need to come get your brother's little spirit. He's bothering me. And I then proceeded to call my mom. Because my sister was like, well, he's obviously bothering you, so you need to figure out why he's bothering you. So at that point, I called my mom, and my brother had been hounding me.
Wait, John, you're on mute. You muted yourself, bro. I was wondering why we couldn't hear you. You can't hear the headphone?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I can.
Because you're
on mute. Go ahead.
Okay. So the interesting thing enough is when you're sitting here talking about articulating that your brother, his presence was bothering you, honey. I think that was like his whole freaking trauma growing up. Like him being around was a bother. Him, being present was a bother. Do you know what I mean? And even you in his death, like Lord child, your brother has the keys to the kingdom. Okay, he can help you along. He can get you on the king's highway. He can raise it. He can bless you. He can praise you in ways that are unimaginable to you. You, whether you are ready or wanting to admit it or not, are going through somewhat of a what do I want to say? You're funny. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely the one that will call Uber before calling the ambulance in an emergency. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to pay for the price. I will get an Uber. I will put in the trash bag so I don't get blood all over your seats. I am so sorry. I know you got insurance. This is all going to be paid for, even though if it was paid for by 7 different hands, right? But it's covered. Okay. So you are going through something that you can't handle alone. This is something that you literally you have to let in an alternative method, an alternative way. You have to let in other people to give a hand or to help. I don't know what it is, but it's making me sick to my stomach. So if you're going through stomach issues, if you're going through like you're bloated, then you're diarrhea, then it's like you're constipated. It's like in other words, so for me, I'm going through throat chakra stuff. So you'll hear my voice cracking a lot, right? You'll hear my voice, kind of trying to figure out where it sits. That'd be the same thing with your stomach. So it's just you can't find your center. And that's what that would be. Your brother coming in, it's not that he's bothering you. I think that he's the last thing I think that was present around the time that whatever is in you gave birth to you. And he was there around that time and that day. So whatever you're going through now, whatever is purging out of you, your life currently is somewhat reflecting that back to you. Normally with parents, I would say, there's reflection in your children. That's not the case for you right now. I just think you're going through a similar or familiar time frame that was also had when you were growing up as a child. So it was that fear of security or lack of support or participation from those closest to you. That's what your issue is. And it has nothing to do with Andrew. It has nothing to do with, it's not that he's not giving you anything or not helping. That's not what it is. Because you're Colleen, if you may be a lot of things, but unclear is not one of them.
Look, I may or may not have doubted you before. Okay. So for everybody listening in, he is dead accurate.
Yeah.
My brother passed away the day after the baby shower with Josie. My baby shower was on March 25th of 2018. My brother died at 9:13 p.m. on the 26th of March. And it was the second child my mom lost. So I felt I had to hold it together while everybody else was losing it. And being 7 months pregnant, I had no option because I could not jeopardize my child.
Right.
And
I feel like your brother being a male was given a pass to not have to worry about that.
And we were all girls left. Both brothers were deceased. And it's uncanny. Dan and I got extremely close while Andrew was on his 6-month vacation. Prior to that, Danny and I were not close. We did not speak. We constantly were at each other's throats. We were constantly fighting. There's a 20-year age difference between us. And that man showed up every day for me and drugged me out of bed, made me go to work, made sure that I had food, made sure my kids were taken care of. My house was clean. There were groceries in the house. And when I finally told my mom that, it was, well, he knew what it was like to be in that corner alone.
It just feels like a lot of adult stuff at an adolescence problem. Does that make sense?
It does.
All right.
That's pretty accurate.
So what was your question though?
I wanted to say, I want to send
Don't take up all the time.
I want to send you the video. I'm going to text it to you. It turned out that my mom was actually having heart problems that day and had been in the ER since the time that he had been bothering me the night before.
Okay.
And as soon as I realized what was going on, I was like, Mom, you need to go back. 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 And she went back and she was observed for a little while longer. She was discharged. Her heart doctor was absolutely, completely upset with how the hospital handled it. Could not believe that she was not given a lot more testing and stress tests and everything else at her age and her condition. And the fact that my brother died of a massive heart attack.
So here's the thing I want to ask you. So originally when we started this conversation, you were speaking upon your brother, coming from a place of bother, coming from a place of you immediately had to go to this supernatural app to see if a ghost was around. Okay. Your brother's not a ghost. He is a soul and he is living in spirit. Okay. So your correlation, your definition of who he is in your relationship needs to change. Because here's what I want to say to you, Colleen, based upon the information identity of how you previously, the framework in which you saw him and the patterns in which has came around before. Is he coming now for a warning is my question. And that's what only you can look into. So if he's only kind of been around and his spirit has showed up during times of warning, during times of people being sick, during times of whatever, I would take that as a warning. Moving forward, literally out of this moment, you need to kind of close your eyes and find it somewhere in you and say, okay, woohoo, whoa, find it, redefine it. Okay, my belief system in which I am agreeing to and aligning to be a part of within the confines and relations of my brother I fully accept and embrace all that he has to offer beyond my means, beyond my knowing, beyond my understanding, and let him kind of have the guiding hand in your life, in your inspiration, and quit stressing. Just pause for a little bit. Like there's an epidemic in this world, and it's rest. You know what I mean? Like find something to revive you. Okay, just slow down enough to be present to see what's really there. Otherwise, everything you're doing, yes, you're putting dinner, yes, your bills are paid, whatever, but you're going to get to a point to where you realize that, like, you look back and your kids are still young. You don't want them to get into high school and look back and like, holy shit, where's it all gone? Do you know what I mean? You don't want to live
True.
and thank you. They said, baby, we're going to teach you how to go from hustle to flow.
Yes.
Hustle to flow. There it is. There it is. I think that's going to be the name of my next From Hustle. That's my tour. From Hustle to Flow. John Turski coming to a city near you.
So just to
All right.
reiterate, everybody, yes, he does know me. Like we said, it's a three out of 10, maybe. He really does not know a whole lot about me, and that was pretty dead on.
Yeah.
Andrew and I have been together for 8 years, and you saw Danny 3 times,
Mhm.
never even spoke to him.
Mm-mm.
Well, I think too previously, like when I was at your house and stuff, like you would talk about him, you brought him out, and like if I'm
No,
being
that was
real,
the other brother.
oh, that was a different. See, and then yeah, we've never really.
No.
you know, she never talked about this one.
No,
No.
and any of those other times we were like about to go on air, I was just kind of like, Colleen, just wait.
Yeah,
Show.
yeah, it was their other brother. All right.
Then yeah,
Very cool.
that's even more beautiful because I have no idea who this is.
Nope,
Yes.
you don't.
Thank you.
All right,
All right, pass it along.
pass along.
Tell your friends.
She's been waiting on that for a while.
Good. That's beautiful.
So
Isn't that cool? We can do that.
yeah, heck yeah.
Okay. So we are live in many places and spaces.
Well, I will tell you, just got an alert. We are in a level 1 snow emergency in Lucas County. So
Lucas County, we're level 1 snow emergency.
you are in level 1. Do
You
not
ain't gotta go. Just don't.
just don't.
If you do, you better go slow so you know.
Right.
If you go fast, you might crash, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you want to leave your date of birth, if you have a question about anything specifically, if you have a question relationship wise, I want you and your spouse's date of birth. You want us to connect with somebody who had passed.
Heather says she wants to connect with her nephew.
Okay, Heather. I have a little clipboard of people that I'm like putting on the list. So Heather, and what is your nephew's name?
Heather, it's I'm sure there'll be a little delay probably, but you need her birthday?
That's so.
You muted yourself.
Yeah.
Here you go.
We good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Or if anybody would like to come on the air or come on live.
How do they do it? You haven't told them how to do it.
I haven't seen any hands raised, buddy.
I would just put it somewhere. Put your phone number out there or whatever. However you do it.
Neither one of us is in control.
What do you mean?
I mean, we just signed on. I don't know how. I'm just going with
The flow.
wherever you go, there you are, Andrew.
Hustle in the flow. Hustle in the flow.
From hustle to flow.
Yes, from hustle to flow.
Okay, so if anybody has any questions or wants to connect with anybody, oh yeah, guys, please, whatever you're watching on, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, please please subscribe. Go to my website, mediumjohnturski.com. You guys will be happy to know that my calendar is back open for scheduling appointments. So I did kind of have to put a pause on things for a little bit. Appreciate everyone's patience and flexibility, as that was not easy for any of us, was it? So appointment books are back open. I will be offering additional services come March. So we're going to be looking at more of an online virtual, I think I might call it study circles for development. So it's like an online virtual, just.
Dude, there's all kinds. So there's all kinds of birthdays in here. I don't know. You're on two. Why are you going live twice? You're in two different spots. You're all over the place. You're a
So I
mess.
wanted to see if
You're an absolute mess.
well, I'm giving you a visualization, Andrew, of what goes on in my head. All right.
Apparently,
This is
because
how
Nina's
we're balancing it.
Nina's here with birthday. Marie's here with birthday. Amber's here with birthday. Brenda's
Right,
here.
right. But I know a lot of those people, so I'm looking for
So you'll get them later.
questions. What is your question? What is your question?
Mm,
Oh, like right here, Amber. Do I have anyone around me?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm seeing them, more living than dead, of being more in your space. But I do feel drawn to Amber for some reason. I have Amber around me, 789, 897, 4056. Okay. I feel like you've actually, Amber, you've experienced a lot of loss, starting at a very early age. And it feels like that, there's just every phase that you go through, you experience, you have experienced loss and you've experienced grief, much more early on and more steadfast than the rest. So it's hard to say who you do have around. Initially, there's an uncle, and then there's also like a cousin figure. So there's an uncle and then his son relation is coming through. And then I also feel like there is somebody of a child that is coming through as well too. I don't necessarily feel like it's family, but I feel like it's either someone I work with, it's a friend. I also feel like it's a recent loss. So whoever this child is most likely coming through to let parents or whoever needs to know that they are um, they're fine. They're on the other side. They exist. So I would say that, but I don't know why I keep wanting to either acknowledge like your husband or your boyfriend for some reason. That I could dish on. I have no idea why, and if you'd want to, um, I would be more than happy to bring you on the show and see what that's all about. So, Amber, that's for you. Please validate whether that made sense to you or not. Okay, Marie O. Schlahenini, 10/27/66. Congratulations, that is my birthday. So you know what? Oh, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, honey. Oh man. Okay. What funny circumstances and situations for who Marie? Okay, Marie. Just I have to laugh. Okay. God damn it, Marie. How again? Jeez. Again. It's like you always get stuck in the situations. You always get stuck with, just like, um, you know, how do I want to put it? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like just unfortunate events that it's not necessarily even bad luck. It's just comedic, universal. Hold on, Marie. Andrew, what you doing, buddy?
Watching you.
Okay, perfect. Good answer. Okay. It's like, Maria, of course you'd be at work the day that, something happened. Of course that you'd be the only one stuck and left here to do this. So you got to take care of this person. You never wanted to do it. You're not supposed to do it. It's not your obligation. But who else is going to do it? And then when you stand by on the sidelines and just watch, you're like, they're not even doing it right. They're awful. You can't even stand by to watch it. So you're just bound to just jump in and just do it anyway. There's comedy in that for me for some reason. Okay. It's just your soul is just very it's used to it's created quite a relationship with it by now. It's just I hope you can validate that at all because I do sound a little crazy and Andrew gives me these eyes. Okay. Oh, Marie said truth. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
So let me move forward with Marie a little bit. Because I do feel a male figure that I'm wanting to point on. I don't know if it's husband. I don't know if it's somebody who had passed. But male figure initially is the. Do you know what I heard in my head? Yeah, am I ever going to get a new one? Is what I just heard. So I would love for her to validate which one that is, whether it's connecting with someone who had passed, or if she's trying to find a new relationship. 5-4 is mine. Is there anyone coming through? There could be multiple. Jade Bagley. I'm gonna go to you for a second. Ooh, 5492, 5492. Why do I feel like a bunch of people died in one instance, like a car crash, or like I feel like multiple people died in one situation or one instance. Like literally, we had multiple funerals out of this one unforeseen circumstance. Okay. Let me know if you can validate that as well. Amber Foreman, I had a lot of loss 2014, 2015, because I have an uncle pass away, but no kids of his son. But no kids of his son. I have an uncle pass away. Okay, Amber. Okay. So I'm sorry for all of that loss. I don't know what. Honey, Amber, your head is just spinning. All right, baby. I need you to sit down. I need you to take a breath. I need you to get some water. All right, I need you hydrated. Okay, there's something you're spinning. You're spinning around, Amber. It's just your energy. It's your mind. It's just kind of you're in this fanatic kind of anxious space, and it can actually make you sick sometimes. It's also been disrupting your eating habits or hunger as well too. Okay, Jake Bagley, yes, car crashes. So I'm gonna go back to Jake. So yeah, it's like the whole fam damnly comes in, man. It's like they come in. Not only do they come in, but for the first time ever, I see Spirit come in with picnic baskets with charcuterie. They got the wine, they got the cheese. Like they got it. Don't worry. So they come through very prepared. It's like they're like Italian, family that just more food is just how you show your love. Okay. They thank you. I also feel like whoever had passed, I almost want to say the name's Jackson. And I'm also seeing somebody wearing a hat, a ball cap, or a baseball cap. And buddy, he was like your best friend. Okay. And I'm sorry that that loss. I'm sorry you had to. Thank you. It's like settle down, little guy. God, please validate this as well too. But it's like a really good looking man, very well built, very. God, Andrew, it's gonna suck if he was like 9 years old when he died. Thank you, Jackson. Oh, so I'm sorry, you have two cousins that are over there as well. So yes, there is a younger one. Puts on a fireman's hat for some reason. So that's either like what his interest before he passed, or literally there was a fire or there's something along those lines that took his life. Okay. But there's the other one that I'm focusing on. You two were like two of a kind. Okay. Two peas in a pod. Okay. Jade says he was perfect. Thanks for validating that. Marie, have a brother passed in a car accident. The only thing I really want to lend to you or to pass along for Marie in regards to your brother who passed in the accident, he needs you to know that he passed instantly. Okay. I don't care what the machine said. I don't care what the report stated. He passed instantly. He was gone. Like the second he knew he was about to leave that driver's seat, he was gone. Okay. So by the grace of God, he did not have to experience any impact. Or any severe, or I just feel like your mind is just stuck on this, like, oh my God, I can only imagine when he fell, and you're putting yourself, it's like your body's like starting to feel what isn't even your feeling, and just because you're connecting with them, and it's a falsehood, it's not even accurate. Okay. Whew. Seeing anyone around me, I had 4 passes in 3 years. Okay, Jade. Okay, beautiful. Jade, I don't know if this is I'm back at you, buddy. How you doing? I don't know if it's your birthday or it's specifically a birthday that's coming up that I'm just wanting to acknowledge. Okay, and I literally feel like it's gonna hit home. I hit the hammer on the head because my stomach is tingly. I feel like it's like I got bubble guts all of a sudden because it's like that. I feel like it's your birthday. I'm celebrating something of you, Jade. That I just need to make it known. And I also, who's the baby girl? Who's the young child? I don't know if you've had a girl, Pat, since his passing. He's acknowledging her. He's letting you know that he. Thank you. When she looks up, she's looking up at him. He wants you to know. So Jade. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited you're back, John. Hi, Cameo. Intermittently. Yes. What? She said, "Ah, you're back."
I don't see those comments. I don't know where they're coming from. So.
I know you're like, it's like talking to my mom with iPhone.
Jesus. Well, you know, you have 10 broadcasts going on. I can't tell where we're at.
I only have 3. I have less than what you do on your show. I have 3.
Whatever.
Are you overwhelmed?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I just can't see the comments. I can't comment on something.
You gotta go to go to my Facebook page and open it up.
All right.
I mean, if you want to be a part of it.
I
don't know, Andrew. You're doing fine.
Where are you at? There you are. Okay.
So where's your food truck usually at? How can everybody taste your food?
You gotta go just our Facebook page. We list every day where we're gonna be. Tomorrow we're in Waterville at the Buffalo Rock Brewing Company.
Oh, okay. Yum yum. What's your Facebook page?
Fancy. Queso Kitchen.
Okay.
There's only like 2 queso food trucks in like the whole country, so Queso Kitchen you won't be hard to find. Queso Kitchen.
That cannot be a fact.
This is a fact.
That there's only 2 queso kitchens.
There's like a handful. There's like 2 or 3.
My mom said, "What the fuck?"
Colleen's
why?
What the fuck? She just told her about your reading.
Well, isn't that beautiful too? And she also will have like a recording of it.
To go back
to as well too. Yeah, he's a very serious guy, but he's not. I don't know how. Like he takes certain things serious. I'm talking about Colleen's brother.
Yeah,
serious to where like I will never have to ask anybody else for help in these regards or these categories. But everything else, it's like he could care less about.
Right.
Okay. Any last questions or?
I think we're good. I got to go do dishes.
Thanks so much for the brief encounter, John. You're welcome, Jade. Amanda.
So if you guys want it back, you got to bug him.
Truth.
You don't really need unless you're bringing people on actual talk, you don't really need a co-host. It's you and the person you're talking to.
I know, man. I just, for the record, you asked me to do this.
I know.
But I miss you too, buddy. I mean, we really haven't seen each other since the last time we did the show.
I know. No, I know it.
We just started to grow this bond, you know what I mean, and get to know each other. And then you just like
food truck came up, man.
Left for milk one day and never came back.
Hi, little Johnny. I'll be back. Thanks, Dad.
All right. See you all around town on this food truck. Serving everybody else's children.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So people get a hold of you, mediumjohnturski.com.
Yes, or they can also call the office at 567-288-3210. Or contact me on Facebook. I have YouTube. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and stay close because there are a lot of exciting things coming out. So
and make comments and like and do all that stuff too because it helps.
All right.
Cool.
Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday.
Yes.
Till next time.
Drive safe. All right. Till next time, we just get snowed in and decide to do a show.
All right. Sounds good. We'll do it.
All right. Bye.